What's up? It's Miss here with another half-ass review, and today I'm reviewing Syntherapy. Syntherapy is literally a game where you're a therapist, which is the first time I've ever played a game like that. Me myself have mental health issues and being to a couple therapists throughout my years. It's pretty interesting being in the therapist boots. Now, I honestly think the game is really good. It's one of those pick what you say and you align yourself to whichever character. You have three characters. You have Emily, you have the robot, you have the one antagonist who's literally like the boss of everybody else besides you because you're a therapist. So what he says goes, so you're trying to either side with him to, hey, like, let's just scrap this AI project because it is a robot that you're trying to take care of, or you can choose, hey, I want to actually side with this AI. I think it has sentience, it's talking about emotions, but even though it's not human, it's talking about emotions like as if it has it. Maybe it's just manipulating me, or maybe it's actually feeling this way. So you're trying to balance out, hey, my job as a therapist is to make sure everybody that comes to me that needs help actually receives the help, because who wants to go to a bad therapist? It doesn't make any sense, right? I love the choice of music. Like, this is the main game, trying to help this AI figure itself out. It was designed itself to be a therapist, so if this actually does succeed, you got to think about it. You're putting your job in jeopardy helping this AI. If this AI is successful, they could just make more AIs, and eventually human therapists is just not going to be necessary because we have AI to do it now. It's not explained like that in the game. That's literally just my headcanon, but I think like that personally. AI is going to come replace every single job, regardless of what job you do. But to have that in the game and face that, I know in the back of my mind, hey, if I help this AI, my character is going to be out of a job. She's going to eventually lose to this AI, but that's just what I think about it. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. The only thing I do have issues with, it is glitchy, like the text does layer on top of each other sometimes. And whenever something pops up and you're trying to acknowledge the pop-up, you'll accidentally create an answer for a question, which it can mess up depending on what you say, because, hey, I mean, this is your game. Like, you're trying to figure out what's good for this AI. So everything you say could end up balancing whichever way. The game is honestly really fun and pretty good. Besides little glitches that happen with the text, I'm gonna give this game like a 4 out of 5. It's really good for what it is. It just has a little couple glitches that are weird. And besides that, I like to see a little bit more exploration, like choose where you want to go for the day. Like, you and the AI go to the park instead of being in your office or anything like that. Overall, yeah, it's a pretty good game. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Go ahead and try it out. Syntherapy on Steam. Check it out. You won't regret it. If you're into therapy, or if you've had issues in the past, or you're going through it now, it's interesting to be in that perspective of a therapist. And then sometimes the AI, because it's being programmed to be a therapist, sometimes it'll ask questions about you and you'll be like, oh snap, it's like I'm back in therapy. But overall, I think the game's amazing. Go ahead, check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.